Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to Ttr Friday. Jimmy not with us, unfortunately, this week as he's prior booked with his daughter, so she's doing a recital tonight, so the best of luck to Jimmy's little girl. But we are joined by the voice of love, Francisco, and of course, well, the man who still thinks he's got it, Roy Caviani. And, you know, I'm joined by the other two, my normal co-hosts, who I have to say did a very good job filling in for me yesterday. I was out of action completely with pain that I've never, ever experienced in my life. But we battle on, and everybody knows that I don't make too much of being unwell, so we move on. Anyway, tonight, we'll obviously be talking about various things. The ticketing for the cup final, which is, well, I think it's getting to be quite annoying for some people. Poor Michael Marsden. I'll explain his situation in a minute. I find the whole thing disgraceful, to be quite honest. In fact, we'll start with that, right? Because you guys probably don't know this, okay? But Michael tried to he was in period 3, right? Logged on to get a ticket. Went to put his got the ticket booked, went to pay for it, and it came up error. He then tried 4 different other cards, tried his mum's card. Then I even logged in for him and tried to pay it on my card, and every single time it came up an error. Okay? Michael then went to the bank the next day, which was yesterday morning. The bank said there is nothing wrong with your card, absolutely nothing. So we went through to Newcastle at lunchtime yesterday before my gum really kicked off. And he was told by the box office that there was nothing they could do. The payment wouldn't go through. This is after Michael had told him that the bank had, you know, the bank said nothing was wrong with the card. Of course, there wasn't anything wrong with the card because he's tried everybody else's cards. So it still didn't work. Now, what it is his email addresses are different on the main Newcastle United website to what they are on the box office booking site, right? There's 2 different emails. So I think what's happened is it's not matching up with the 2 when he's trying to pay, and it's not saving his card. But the box office didn't want to help him. They just said, you need to go back to your bank. Well, I'm sorry. It's not his bank. It's clearly not his bank because every other bloody card that he's tried hasn't gone through. So now Michael doesn't have any way of going to Wembley, which I think is absolutely disgusting. He can't go in the ballot because it still won't take his payment details. And I think it's absolutely shocking. He's a season ticket holder and he's treated like shite by the box office. Now, everything's great at Newcastle at the minute, but I'm sorry, we need to call out when things aren't right and when treatment is bad. It is unfair. It is not his fault that the payment system wouldn't take his card, or anybody else's for that matter. And then to be told by the box office, there's nothing we can do. You can't even go in the ballot. You'll have to speak to your bank and send him on his way. When he's travelled all the way through from Bishop Auckland to Newcastle to try and sort it out face to face because they couldn't be asked to help him on the phone. Now, I've seen quite a few other people have problems with the payment system today and complained about the service they've received in the box office. Now, this has to be called out because it's not good enough. You know, Michael is a long-time supporter, season ticket holder, was happily in P3, and he doesn't get a ticket and can't even go in the ballot. Where is the fairness in that? Because I think it's utter shite and utterly disgusting the way he's being treated by that box office. And you know what? I don't know what else to say. You know, Michael's now, he said he's still going to London to experience the day without going to the match itself. But he's missed out after being able to book a ticket, but then couldn't pay for it. It's shit. I mean, that's my Friday night rant. It's my Friday rant.
I don't know if you saw Eddie from Tyneside's videos yesterday, where he also expressed he had a problem going into the system. And when it was his turn, several times, a red warning came on and he couldn't proceed. He had to try 4 times, and on the last time it had to be through his phone, I believe. And this goes back to, I don't know if you remember, Paul, when the new season tickets were up for sale. You were saying of some of the problems that we're facing. I think part of the problem, besides what you're saying about the box office, which is, it's unexcusable. It needs to be worked. You need better treatment from those people to your fan base. But I think the main problem comes from them not being ready in terms of servers, programs, or anything for the influx that has come since the new season began. And this being the first cup run or first cup final we've been in so many years, and having so much media or ways to get connected, I don't think they were, from a hardware standpoint, prepared for this. And I think that's where the root of the problem lies in terms of the problems that are being shown on the screen. Add to that what you're saying about the unexcusable behavior from the box office staff. That's a different story.
You know what is? It's just that, Michael has a very stressful personal life, looking after his mom and things like that, and he can't get out much, right? Football is his release, right? And this Newcastle United is basically his life, as it is for many, many thousands of people. And it's his release. And then to see the way he got treated yesterday, just told to get on his way. I mean, you can't tell me that nobody behind that box office counter could actually help him make a payment. Yeah, I just don't believe that for 1 second. What it is it's come up an error. The staff couldn't be asked because they were busy. Now, they couldn't be bothered to help him and just said, go and speak to your bank. Well, it's clearly not the bank, because he'd explained numerous times that he tried different cards. He tried his mum's card. He tried my card. Nothing would go through for him. It just kept saying the usual error. So, yes, there's bits about Newcastle United that are fabulous at the minute, and everything is really, really took off. But I'm sorry, when it comes to that, it is diabolical customer service. That it really is. And now he can't get a ticket.
It's lazy. It's lazy customer service. It takes 30 seconds to look into the record, do what they want. But what I'm going to suggest is that they're still working on Mike Ashley's box office system. And that, they've things the club. They've modernised many things about the club, but obviously one of the last things they haven't done is the box office and the way they deal with tickets. I'm guessing they're going to get a more modernised system for next season. I'm guessing it's got to happen, because this isn't good enough when law supporters like Michael, who qualified and would have got a ticket through the Period 3 system. Look,
Michael's not the only one. I know he's not. But I'm making the point for Michael, because I was with him and I actually saw it. I witnessed everything, And can you imagine how Michael felt after we travelled all that way yesterday? Can you imagine how he felt coming out that box office, being a season ticket holder for years and years, and was in P3, showed them his confirmation email, he showed them the error page it was getting, and then basically told to piss off. It's just not right. Alex, anything to say on it?
I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's horrible. But I think the club essentially, I mean, I'm not sure if they've got plans for this. Maybe they have. They need to bring in some management or consultancy to improve processes, to improve the website, improve the ticket ordering system, improve all of it. They need some more staff in that, maybe some different training. Not necessarily that the existing staff are an issue. Maybe they just need more additional support, better software, more of them, more training, and some consultancy to help, and just a complete refresh of all the systems. We don't want it to turn into. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that can relate to sort of in the music industry, when you try and buy tickets for concerts and things, it's ludicrous, it's horrible. The tickets are gone in 3 minutes, and lots of people frustrated, and it's a very poor system. We don't want to start going down that road. It needs to be somewhat fair as it can be, and it needs to be better. And there needs to be exceptions made for people who clearly are legitimate and honest and there's nothing wrong. I'm sure there are tickets. I'm sure there are spaces available for certain things and for certain reasons at Wembley. There will be spare seats. They will be given to people with a bit of dollar instead of people who deserve it. And it's a shame. It is a horrible shame. And hopefully the club have got plans to improve all those processes going forward. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I'm devastated for him. I really am. I mean, I know how long he supported the club. I know how many, that it's his get out. And I know it's the same across the board for a lot of Newcastle fans who unfortunately won't be able to go. But Michael, being the guy he is, he says, I'll still go to London and I'll still, go for the day and just experience the atmosphere in London. But it's heartbreaking, man. It's just one of them things, I guess. But it was just, I needed to bring it up because, I've seen today that he's not the only one that it's happened to. And it needs addressing because when everything's rosy, we'll say it and everything's good and things happen that are good. But if something is bad and goes the opposite way, then obviously I'm going to call it out as well. It's not all rosy and flowers in the garden kind of shite. You know what I mean? But listen, it is what it is, unfortunately. Rachel says, there he is, the voice, Francisco. Wow. Andrew Kelly says the box office has been crap and shocking for a long time. I've heard stories today. I really have. I didn't realize it was actually that bad. Up the A1 says that's disgusting. If we did that in our jobs, we would be hauled over the coals. Is Stephen Tickle the box office manager still? I'd be getting in touch with him. I mean, it's hard not to laugh when you look at his surname, really, but never mind.
He's got a sister called Tess.
Yes, I knew that was coming, Billy. Thanks very much. Ian says it's a long shot, Paul, but I'll go into the ballot tomorrow for Michael, as it's my turn, and if I get one, Michael can have it. Wow, that's incredible. Wow. Thank you very much, Ian. I know Ian's already going the game through business, but that's incredible. Thank you very much, Ian. Really nice. Of course, Ian knows Michael anyway.
Can I just mention one point that I saw on Twitter, and I didn't know this. I didn't know this was a thing, but I saw Exeter City have got an allocation of they can apply for X amount of tickets to the Carabao Cup.
All the EFL teams can. All of them.
Why? This is the first I've ever known of
because
this.
Because
it's a thing.
It's the Football League Cup.
It's the Football League Cup.
Yeah.
But they're not in the final.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you on that.
I think we all are, but it's their carnival day where their cup is being played for. So
in the most respectful way,
bollocks.
I don't care. It's not. They're not in the final. We've had to sit there. I've had to sit there for all my adult life and watch, as most of us have, watch other clubs be in the final. This is our turn. We've waited.
Listen, I agree.
We've watched Wigan lift a cup. We've watched Birmingham lift a cup. This is our turn now. We might not win it, but we're in the bloody final. And I'm sorry, but I don't want Exeter City fans getting priority tickets ahead of NUFC and even Manchester United fans. Both of us deserve more tickets.
Well, it's a home game for Manchester United. I
understand the corporate things. That's
this is all I did with the corporate. This is all I did with the corporate.
No, but corporate tickets for corporate is passable to a point, but then giving an allocation to fans of other clubs doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make logical sense.
You see that you want to see the FA Cup allocations? Christ.
Well, that's even worse. I know.
Sunday League get tickets for that.
Tony, I'm sorry, but it's not his own fault at all because they confirmed that it's off his season ticket number, your supporter number, not the email. So email makes no difference. He did have two separate emails on each account, but they have confirmed that it's on his supporter number. That's why he was able to, book a seat, but the payment wouldn't go through. So it's not Michael's fault. The box office website isn't always great, inherited from the Ashley era, as you said, Billy, but they really need to start revamping it ASAP. Box office shouldn't have said it was his bank, though. Yes. Good luck to everyone, says Rachel, going into the ballot tomorrow. Oliver says, move on from ticket talk. It's boring. Not all fans will get a ticket. I get it. Oliver, listen, don't start again with your moaning, right? If you don't like what we're talking about, sod off and watch something else, will you? Because all I see is negativity from you, show after show. We're talking about what has happened during the week. We're talking about various news articles. That's what TTR Friday is about. So if you're bored, bugger off. Anyway,
we can talk about what we want.
Exactly. Honestly, he comes on and he moans all the time with negativity, and I'm sick of it, honestly. Does me head in. If you're bored, bugger off and watch somebody else who just goes at the camera going, hello, this is the YouTube channel for whoever. You know what? Bugger off. We deal with all sorts on here. Anyway, Clive says, can't the club owners sort the box office out, or is it nothing to do with Newcastle? It's not their fault in a way. It's just, I think...
Yeah, they can't do everything all at once.
Yeah, like Billy's mentioned. Yeah, they've got a lot of turning around to do from the Ashley era. And I think that's what Billy was on about. They need to, they're still under the kind of shadow of him until they completely get a new system in, which is something that we really need. It's a new system. Alex has just gone to let the dog in. That's fair enough.
It's just another example, Paul, of, and up to a certain point, I'm sorry this happened to Michael and to many others, but it is an example for all those fans out there who keep saying, oh, buy this, buy that. There is so much stuff to be done at the club, from things like the box office to the recent purchase of the land, so many things. And you cannot expect the owners or the management to turn everything around in under 12 months.
Yeah,
it is unrealistic. It's going to take time. And the biggest positive we can take out of this, all of us, is that we see them acting. Mm-hmm. Maybe not as fast as we would hope, but they are acting on each and everything. Yeah, but it's still going to take time. Yeah, it's still going to take time.
Lee Morn makes a good point here on the subject of the box office. We have just got really big too quick. They haven't got the procedure in yet. Love your show, guys. Thanks, Lee. And we've got a super chat from Geordie Boy. Thank you for your £5. He says it's pension day. Put this to the mods night out. By the way, guys, I need to do this or Susan will absolutely kill me dead. We have released today onto the website 2 brand new items. The first one is this, modelled by John Sinclair's brother. Nice. This is TTR Living the Dream, and on the back is the Wembley song. Now they are on the website now. You can buy them now on the website. Basically, they go from size small to 5XL, so we do cater for the larger men, unlike Castori. Are you listening? So, they're on the website now, as are these, which is the same thing, basically. TTR Living the Dream, and there you go. So it's just something to remember the Wembley
is that
experience.
A macaroon in that picture?
Susan likes them. Susan, for some reason, when she does all this designing of...
it's not very northern, is it? Tea and a macaroon.
Well, that's what I said. Funny enough, I said that to her today. I said, well, you can just see the Newcastle fan sitting down with a long coffee spoon, as in there, and a macaroon with some coffee beans on a chopping board. It just doesn't happen in the Northeast.
You do not argue with the boss.
Oh, hell no. I said they were brilliant, but I did put my point across, but she just told me to shut up.
Is a fair point.
Yeah. Well, listen, Alex, who doesn't like a good macaroon?
I mean, if it comes with a macaroon, then I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
I'll get
well, there you go.
Let's play for them.
I believe he did, Billy. Yes. Macaroon, yes. I'm sure he did as well. So, like I say, they are on the website now. Obviously, it's just something from our channel to remember us getting to the Carabao Cup final, because we literally are now living the dream. 2 years ago, we never thought we'd be in this position. We are now. We're living the dream. And, of course, you can wear it for months after or whatever after the Wembley final, because it's just remembering that we got there. And that's what it's all about. So they are on the website now at thetoonreview.co.uk. Susan is putting, I must stress this, right, because she'll kill me again. She's putting an order in on Sunday. So if you want delivery by the cup final, I suggest you order either tonight or over the weekend. She's sending a big order away on Sunday night. So if you want yours in time for the cup final, please, please, please order over this weekend. Thank you so much, guys. Anyway, back to business. We've got a £50 super chat from Spike. Milligan, thank you so much, Spike. Real massive donator to the channel. He says, I just love a rant, Paul. Look, everybody knows me by now on this channel to wear my heart on my sleeve. And if I see something that I want to call out, I'll call it out, as will anybody else on this screen, right? We have balls. We will say what we want to say, not what we're told to say, and not play by the rules. You know, it needs saying, you know, and as for flaming Mr. Negative, bloody hell, man.
The
anyway.
little things matter. You know, we've seen cities change and a lot of the changes going on in some of the big clubs around Europe. The little things matter. The culture, the original fans. Obviously, we are going to gain a lot of sort of new fans. The fan base is going to grow phenomenally over the next 10 years. In 10 or 15 years, we will know people.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything, did I?
I didn't hear what you said. Now I understood what you said.
I know what he said.
Arsenal.
Did you? I've got a terrible cough, guys. I keep. Alex forgot it. God's sake, Alex! Just sit there and say it. What the hell? What the hell?
I'm not gonna cough it.
My God.
Well, I don't even know what my point was anymore.
Well, I don't care anymore.
There's going to be fans that aren't original fans. We're going to grow the fan base, and that's fine. They're allowed to support the club. We're allowed to, gain new fans. But you still need to remember we need to remember where we came from. The owners need to respect that, and they are doing that, to be fair, as best as they can at the moment. They're being respectful to the community, the statues, the retention of the stadium in its location. It would seem that they are trying, it looks like they're doing it the right way. So hopefully they will continue that, because we don't want to leave people behind. These people that have been supporters for many years are the heartbeat of the club. We don't want to do a Man City, really, do we?
No. Roblox, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says, hi lads, good to see a full squad on. Do you think Danielle might be persuaded to come on the Cup win review programme? Be nice to share that. I think she just might. Listen, if we win the Cup, we'll have a 5-hour celebration stream where we'll just get everybody on. And it will be a big party. God, I'm high on drugs, guys. I'm really sorry. Legitimate ones, I should say, before anybody throws me to the wolves. Yes. You. Oh my God, they're strong. Woo! Anyway, up the A1. What?
Cocaine.
Up the A1. Thank you very much for your £5 super chat. He says it doesn't take much not to be rude. Exactly. They could have helped him better. Mark says I was on the phone waiting for 48 minutes because online was saying error. Try again after. Exactly what Michaels was doing. Anyway, she picked up the phone, said hello, then the phone went dead. Disabled season ticket. I've heard a couple of disability fans having real problems. Steve Mallam, thank you for your £4.49 super chat. He says, T-shirt ordered. Get yours now, folks. Thank you very much, Steve. Absolutely. Wolves F1 says, Toonami means business. You must beat that Manchester scum in the final. Thank you. We will certainly try.
Hope so.
Yes. I can't wait to be inside that stadium. Just whoop, whoop.
At the moment, my gym, literally, there's the 7 or 8 guys walk around in this season's bloody Manchester United shirt. And I'm making a point now. My 2 shirts that I've got here from last season and the one from this season, I am washing them 3 times more often than I normally am, because I'm trying to wear our shirt in the gym every time I go, because I'm sick of being misrepresented down here, or outrepresented. There's just so many bloody Man United shirts all over the place. There's a bunch of them in the gym. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they all of them think that they're just going to walk the final. They're deluded.
Oh man, it's a pain in the arse. It's a real pain in the arse.
There are villains everywhere.
Sorry, I just got distracted by a text message there. I do apologise.
The change, isn't it?
You cheeky fucker. Honestly.
You almost sounded like Anthony Gordon then. Cheeky fucker.
Checking in a can of Coke.
Drive my car.
Now you just sound like one of the Gallaghers, Billy. That's not good. That is not good. Julie J says this is important for fans to know. Thank you, Julie. Well said, Paul. Would-be farmer says Oliver needs a twist. Thank you very much. He's probably gone off to some other boring channel now, but or some exciting. Oh, he's in there. That's maybe before I had a rant at him. What time is it? I don't know. But Oliver, if you're still here, thank you very much. Spacebar says I was fortunate being in period 1. Douglas as well said, Paul, thank you very much. Love that. Hello, the YouTube channel. Well, thank you very much. Woo Sa Paul, well said. Woo Sa. Is that? Oh, that's off the film, isn't it? Woo Sa. What is it, man? Bad Boys. Tremendous film.
Yeah. Billy's frozen in the most unfortunate face.
Yes, he did. He did for a brief second. If you want to tell your nightmares about the bogeyman,
25 minutes and 30 seconds. There you go. There's your clip.
Yeah, absolutely. Ian says, I agree, Alex. I heard that one of the clubs have donated their tickets to the Toon fans, but can't remember which club. It's Exeter City.
Nice. Oh, it is. Oh, well, then I apologise for naming and shaming specifically Exeter City. Then that's very generous of them.
Yeah.
But if it's many more clubs, then they should all follow suit of what Exeter City have done and do the right thing and donate half and half to the NUFC box office and the MUFC box office. I don't like saying MUFC out loud. I don't like that. No, I'm not saying that.
I don't give them any tickets.
No, just give them all to us. It's fine. That's fair.
Oliver B, he's back. I am not being negative. Trust me, it will be the same for any team in a cup final. Some fans will miss out on tickets. Oliver, let's just shake hands and get on with it.
Yes, some fans will miss out on tickets, but we're talking about a specific error that's prevented somebody who should have a ticket from having a ticket.
Yeah,
it's an isolated incident, which is probably going to happen a few times to certain fans, and it's frustrating. And hopefully the club will sort it. It only takes 5 minutes to have a chat about tickets. Whinging about it is just making this conversation a lot longer. Let's be fair.
Yeah, but there you go. Steve says, I thought and talked about literally nothing but cup tickets all week. Of course, the Toon Review should be talking about it. It's one of the most important things of the week. Anyway, Caviani, are you actually going to say anything on this show? Are you just going to sit showing your Santa Claus face all day?
No, I really feel sorry for him. I mean, if I had a ticket, I'll give it to him. He deserves it more than me. But
it's not about deserving more than anybody else. I mean, Michael's a fan like everybody else. It's just Michael's not the only one it's happened to. It's happened to, and the way they got the ballot. And I think I read today that some season tickets are behind some people who've just gone to the cup games. So I think the whole thing needs clearing out in the summer, and it just needs to start again. Somebody needs to sit with them with a decent system and work it out. I mean, Francisco, get yourself on a plane, get yourself to Mandy's office, knock on that door and say, "Hey, I'll sort this out. Didn't you worry?" You're muted.
It's gone.
Francisco, there you are.
I'm avoiding the dogs. So, anyways, no, definitely. I would hope for, and on another note, like I told you, through our communications, it is one of the things I am aiming for, hopefully, and let's see if that turns out positive. But Alex, you mentioned it earlier on, just as I did. There is so much happened in such a short period of time that it's overwhelming. But aside from hardware, aside from terrain and all that, they need, and I'm sure some of the management is already looking into this, but probably we're due some personnel change. If people are still, and being a person that is currently unemployed, I wish no one to go through that. But if people do not change their character, they do not change their behavior, and they do not adapt to what is going on, then unfortunately they have no business being part of this, because they will reflect negatively on the club as a whole and make the experience bad to everyone. So my advice is either get in line or get ready.
Yeah, I mean, I said retraining specifically. They deserve a chance to be retrained.
Exactly. 100%.
That's why I say get in line, but
100%. And sometimes, I mean, you just had to look at some of the faces of them working there. They were just like, are you actually happy to have a job here? Or just like
it's the same as any business, though. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of how it functions in the box office, but you get like just a local shop, and all the employees think they know everything about the shop. They know all the products, all the aisles, how the tills function, how the customers are, this, that, and the other, and they think they know absolutely everything. And then you'll get a few competent people come in, change it up, increase sales, everything works better. But the staff still think they know best. Sometimes they do know best about certain things, but it doesn't hurt to have professionals come in who know better.
I'll ask this of all of you, and I don't know if this has been something that has been reflected where you all live or where you all live during this. But I would say that at least over here in Puerto Rico, since after the pandemic, after all the government help that came, when that stopped, there were a lot of people who, when you went to a specific business, their attitude, what you perceived was like, they didn't want to be there. They didn't want to work. That was their attitude and the behavior that you sense. And I'm talking in different type of businesses, not just one type of business at itself. I don't know if you have all experienced this the same. That
we had commercials dedicated to this topic.
Yeah.
We had like vitamins and stuff marketed in commercials to do with being depressed upon going back to work.
But it's not depressed, Alex. It's not depressed. It's people that
but the media will push it that way to sell pharmaceuticals.
No, I know. But it's a behavior. It's a cultural behavior of, you know what? I have to work here. I don't have any other choice. Deal with it. It's like, no, you have a job.
Yeah, Billy, you must. I mean, you obviously. I can just imagine you standing next to your machine at work all day with a big smile on your face, Billy.
Especially if I've got a Man United fan, a new bloke started who works on the one next to me.
Oh dear,
it's hilarious. He asked me today how long I was going to take the piss out of him for when we beat them. When, not if, when.
Oh.
I said it wouldn't be, mate. Any longer than 2 or 3 months, you'll be all right, mate. You'll get over it.
Yeah.
One thing it's worth noting as well is imagine how many people there are who are qualified and are lovely people that would jump at the chance to work in any part of that club, who would be brilliant at box office jobs. There's definitely going to be a lot of people there. So there you go. There's one right there.
Well, can you imagine Francisco on the front counter? Can you imagine him? It'd be like, good evening and welcome here to the Newcastle United box office. Today I will be serving you with lots of tickets and I will not let you down. If I do let you down, I will give you a recording of my voice to fall asleep with every night of the week. God loves you, man.
The thing is, there'd be fucking hundreds of women not being able to scrape themselves off the tiles to get out the door, would they?
Rachel!
Struggle to get through the turnstiles.
Roy, what were you going to say, bud?
Yeah. I think that department will change if they change the sales manager or the marketing manager on top. So
you don't think Mr. Tickle should stay in his job?
Nope. If you go cheap, you get cheap. So probably some of those lads working there are on Ashley's.
Pay peanuts, you get monkeys, Roy.
Let's not forget that it's very likely we're going to be in a European competition next year. So there's going to be additional fixtures to sort out in regards to tickets and foreign fixtures as well. So it does need improving. Keith,
thank you very much for your gifted membership, mate. That is very, very kind. Thank you very, very much for that. Jan says all this needs to happen so they can rectify it for the future. Yeah, mistakes do need to be made to learn from. I do understand that. Arani Granny says, wouldn't they accept cash at the box office? Nope. Absolutely terrible service. No. Takes 2 minutes to help. We should have took you, Arani Granny. We should have took you in with us. Poor customer service needs. Yeah. Poor customer services needs highlighting. Exactly, it does. Of course it does. Look, I'll sit here and scream how brilliant Newcastle United are till I'm blue in the face. But look, if something bad happens, we're not going to ignore it. And this is something that the owners will probably like to hear because obviously things in certain areas still need to be put right. But hey-ho. Anyway, we'll move on. Strawberry Place, guys, purchased by Newcastle United. Now, Roy, me and Dad's done a lot of work apparently over the last 12 months to get this deal through. Do you think this means that the Gallagher is getting extended, or as other people are now putting it, it's basically to build a fan zone and things like that?
Well, to start with, we're not going to get those towers that are going to block the view, which is wherever you are, Gateshead or the beginning of Newcastle next to the Keys. You can still see St. James's Park. You don't want to miss that. If that's gone, that's half of the scene gone.
Yeah.
That I've heard that road's really important. So when you pass the Strawberry, so they'll have to do the similar tunnel thing. So yeah, if they do the stand, but I think what's going to happen is there'll be a fan zone for a couple of years until they get their permissions and all the license. Then they'll do it. Surely they'll do it. That's another 8,000 to 10,000 seats.
I'm sorry, I've just been distracted by a comment from my fiance. Francisco put it up in the private chat. I didn't actually believe him, but I'm posh. Right, please don't make that noise about my fiance. That's very disturbing.
Lucky you, Paul. Lucky you.
I mean, I actually sick in my mouth right now. However, Susan Posh, the only time she's ever posh is when she answers the phone to someone she doesn't know and she goes, hello. She'll actually sing it. She'll go, hello. And she sounds like that, you know, Mrs. Bouquet. You don't remember her, Billy. You know, Mrs. Bouquet. Right? You remember Mrs. Bouquet.
Yeah.
She lived around these parts. It was filmed in Coventry, that was.
Was it?
Strange enough.
Right.
Well, we've got loads of bouquets in Doha.
Annie's got the gifted membership from Keith. Well done, Annie. Nice one, son. Welcome to the Toon Review membership. And you can now you can ask your Bristol City mates will be saying, why are you a member of a Newcastle United channel?
Yeah, that's it now. You're not a Bristol City fan anymore.
Absolutely. And now you can admit that it's your second team, Annie. Look, just embrace it, mate. You've just got to embrace it. That's all you can do. Just embrace. There you go.
Especially in 5 years when we win everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Rachel says, Susan, it's a great photo, and who doesn't love a macaroon? Well, obviously, Alex loves a macaroon because he's posh. Jim says, if it's Cashley's ticket allocation system, it's never experienced a cup final before. Very true, Jim. Very, very true. Norvik says, with the T-shirt, could you give a measurement of inches of each size, please? Norvik, if you go onto the website, there is a size guide on there. A big photo of a size guide with the measurements, my friend. So it's on there. People ask questions before they've even looked at the situation. Tom says you can get some canny macaroons from the French oven in the Granger Market. Macaroons and Scotch pies are my favourite from there. Does this man know everything? I mean, he literally knows.
Oh, Scotch pies. Christ, they're food for the gods there. Scotch pies, I love them.
What the hell is in a Scotch pie?
Oh, lips and arseholes of cows, probably, but I don't care. They taste lovely.
Lips and arseholes. Billy! You could have said, you could have said intestines, stomach, muscles, but no, lips and arseholes. Super. Wow. Toony Paul says, I prefer custard creams. Oh, who doesn't? Dipped in hot coffee. Yeah, man. Jordy Boy says, hope you've got 17,200 T-shirts and mugs ordered so we can have one each. Jesus. Listen,
Susan's going to be busy then.
Yeah, absolutely. Ash says, Toon Review is like Big Joe. They do what the hell they want. Thanks, Ash. It's a 1 month trial, not loan. Don't get ahead of yourself. I think he's talking about Annie's membership. Sean says, Paul, any Toon Review lingerie in the Toon Review shop? Asking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm modelling it.
Oh,
I'll buy some.
Come here, Annie, get lost, will you? Just do one.
TTR crotchless boxer shorts where I just wear them back to front.
What, it's going to have a magpie in the front by any chance?
You say a maggot or a magpie?
Oh, let's move on. Anyway, Johnny Mag says, you guys printing your own mugs yet? I work in the printing industry. We sold machines to company who do wall flags, banners, maybe sort of. Johnny, drop me an email, please, because Susan's actually looking to do that. That's exactly what we need. So if you don't mind, Johnny, if you can drop us an email, it's in the description right at the bottom. Please send an email.
Exactly what we need.
We've got Johnny in the middle. He's got exactly.
He knows exactly what we need. Billy at the back. Oh God, he's got his own song. He's away. Wolves F1 says, to be fair, the Intertoto Cup win doesn't count. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't, because all we got was a certificate in a frame. Dennis says, could we all please take a moment to praise Magdog Mitrovic? Oh, his comments were just amazing.
That was awesome.
I mean, just to turn around and go, I'm a Geordie boy. That was just incredible.
So many Sunderland content creators.
They hated
what they create content about, but they
Yeah.
hating him at the moment.
Yeah.
On that note, would you consider serious question? Would you consider bringing him, especially Fulham go down? Would you consider bringing him back as
Fulham won't go down.
as depth for the?
I would. Yes, I would.
Yes.
But I don't. Like Alex says, Wolves, Fulham will not go down there. They're
He's on
too
like
good.
13 goals or 11 goals. He's on a good amount. He's on the same amount of goals or more than Rashford. And obviously the media are absolutely all over Rashford at the moment in the most disgusting of ways. And Mitrovic has got the same, if not more, goals than him. So, yeah.
I think it would be great for squad depth.
Can I just say, if there's anybody
I said this to
here...
Stato last night. I said it to Stato, goes, after that interview, do you think he meant that penalty? I don't think he did.
Well, it's an interesting question, isn't it? But
do you know what? There's a few people actually said that since he's made those comments. A lot of people are trying to put maybe 2 and 2 together here and say, I mean, listen, it was a difficult technique to pull off if he really meant it.
Yeah.
I mean, bloody hell.
Yeah, I don't think.
I would like to point out, when we were linked with him in the summer, and I went, this man is an alien. He scored 52 goals in the championship. I would take him back. And I would say a good 70 to 80% of people in the chat were thinking I was crazy and chatting absolute nonsense.
No, they were all with you, Alex. I was with you. We were all with you. We were all on that ship.
I think we're a better team than Fulham. And look at how many goals he scored in that Fulham side.
I said that if you got him serving, he'd score goals. And he's been getting serving, he'd score goals.
He's got a bit of service and he's absolutely banging him in. He's right up. He's doing exactly what Rashford and Tony are doing, and he's only five-ish behind Kane. It's not that bad. He's really, really competent. We're not going to get him back for. We'd have to pay a lot to get him back now. So I think it's done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Guys, my email is pinging like a prostitute's knickers. It is fantastic. Thank you very much for all the orders that have gone in so far. Beautiful, man. We will. Fantastic. So keep them coming, guys. The toonreview.co.uk, your place to go to get your Wembley attire. You don't have to wear it to Wembley. Obviously, be wearing your colours, but you know what I mean. Ian Skinner says we're a Formula One car that needs a lot of tuning. We're running good, but not perfect. That's a good analogy, actually. Yes.
Looks like we need a tyre change at the moment, though. We've got the wrong tyres on.
Yeah. We've got wets, and it should be slicks because we are very slick. Simon says, Paul, are the T-shirts big fitting? Simon, in a word, yes. We are not Castoria. But do check the size measurement chart because I think Susan ordered some 4XLs and they were massive. So just check the size guide and then measure yourself. Billy, don't say a word to that, right? But just you know what I mean. Roy's got the laugh of a real dirty man, hasn't he? He really has.
Sid James.
The Persian prince there with the.
It's like the stock audio you get if you want to like put a creepy evil villain cackle and put it in a video. That would be Roy's laugh.
Yeah.
Very dirty man.
Right, that's enough. You can't pull it off. I mean, Roy, just say what Francisco. Just say what Roy's just said. You're a very dirty man in the sexiest voice you can, and let's compare who would pull the women here. Come on.
You're a very dirty man.
Even I want Francisco, right? And I'm straight. So there you go. Roy, give up.
I think I'll pull more lasses in the big market, though.
Oh, God. I'm not saying nothing.
The pig and whistle.
Not the pig and whistle. No, not crocodillos, right? No. Keith says, got to love Paul on a mission. I'm always on a mission. I will order 2 and a mug. Thank you, Julie. Did you see the Manchester United flag at the Stadium of Light the other day?
Yeah, I saw the photo.
Yes.
I mean, what the hell? And did you see the reason that Sunderland AFC gave for only 30,000 fans turning up? It was cold. It was a bit wet. It was on live TV, and it was on a midweek game. That's That is why there were so many pink seats. Well, take a look to the week before and look at the Carabao Cup semi-final, mate, when we're already ahead. Midweek game, cold night. You just go and have a look.
Look at all of our third rounds whenever we're at home. We're filling out.
Actually, take a look at the Sheffield United and Wrexham game. That game was packed, and it was the same. It was the same thing. So,
yeah. Once again, making complete arses of themselves. Keith says, February the 10th, 2023, the show Paul was whacked out of his mind. I'm really not. I'm just in a happy mood. And, I was in a happy mood until I started this freaking show. And then, people got me riled up. Phil, thank you very much for your £2 super chat, buddy. Shirt ordered. Get in. Great job, Susan. She has worked really hard. She spent ages designing these, to be fair. So she's done a wonderful job. Put a Newcastle flag up in the gym, Alex, says Lee.
Ooh, that's a great shout. But I wouldn't want to leave it there. I would want it up at mine. But that is a fair shout. Yeah.
Spacebar says, Man United fans are like rats. You're never more than 6 feet away from one.
They are everywhere. It's like the plague, honestly. It is. I can tolerate. I can honestly tolerate any other club. There's Arsenal shirts. There's the odd Chelsea one, Tottenham. It's fine. I couldn't. It's just something about Manchester United fans. It's just something, especially because they've suddenly improved.
Yeah, but can I make a point, Alex? During the summer holidays last year, me and Ben, as people know, we jumped on trains and we went everywhere. One of them was Manchester, right? And we got the tram all around Manchester, and not one Manchester United shirt did I see. I saw one Manchester City one, but not anybody wearing Man United. I just don't get it.
London, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the cup game's a home game for them. You know what I mean? How far do you live out in London, Alex?
70-minute, 80-minute drive.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking for future reference. That's all. Oliver says, "I am still here. I am a fan. Love, not hate." Oliver, let's shake hands. I still love you. You put that comment right in the middle of a rant. Not the right thing to do. When I'm ranting and I see a comment, it's bad shit happens. But we love you too. Richard says, "Billy, lol, you're brill."
Thank you, Richard.
Brilly comment. Yes, you're brilliant. Billy is brilly. That's too confusing, Alex. I was watching the preview earlier with Billy and Alex, and near the latter, the YouTube tossers put an ad up for a Man United fans forum. Okay. Helmets. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Aidan says, "Sadly, I did not get any tickets. I was round 7, so didn't expect it. Sorry about that, buddy." Even Eddie Howe is getting asked about tickets. Yeah, I found that a very surprising comment. How have people got Eddie Howe's number?
Oh, God.
Unless
there will be, won't there?
Saying it in jest.
It will be agents. There'll be lots of people that have got his number, and you can get hold of it, I'm sure. But I don't know why you'd ask him for a ticket.
Mm. Yeah.
On what planet is he going to say yes?
Because people are jerks.
Well, you said
alluded. It's not. How? When is he ever going to say yes? What sane person goes, "I'll message the manager. Who doesn't know me. Yeah, he'll say yes."
Yeah. Roy, Richard is very disappointed you've not got your Superman T-shirt on, because that was going to be part of the Toon Review life. But never mind.
Could have been the washing machine.
Oh no, let's not go there. 2 things I love in life, says Stephen. Watching my beloved Newcastle United and then the Toon Review. Awesome passion, guys. Thank you very much. Right. Let's. What should we do here? I'm sure. How about the dancing cow, guys?
We've got to think something quick.
Yeah, go on.
Yes, you have, Billy. You've got about 28 seconds, mate. The dancing cow, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
born. Somebody
Want
finish.
to be alive.
Thank you, gentlemen. I was waiting for that. Right, Billy, come on. You must have some beef with somebody this week.
I do, actually. It's one of my favourite players too. It's all the rigmarole that surrounded Harry Kane last weekend and the polls that came out subsequently to that.
Yeah.
Now, Harry Kane's got a phenomenal scoring record, absolutely no doubt about it. But then they're comparing him to other Premier League strikers, and Harry Kane just doesn't measure up to any of them. The top ones, I mean, the Shearers, the Henrys. Harry Kane's a great finisher, but he's not anywhere near as good a finisher as Alan Shearer was. He hasn't got any of the skills that Thierry Henry had. He's a poor man's Alan Shearer in many ways. And it doesn't deserve to be mentioned in the same category as Alan Shearer, in my opinion. Alan Shearer played through 2 horrendous injuries, remodeled his game twice. When he started, he was a speedy centre forward. It wasn't physical. By the end, he was a physical centre forward who still scored goals. So, yeah, it's a ridiculous comparison to make. And if Harry Kane played for, let's say, I don't know, West Ham, would he be getting the same kind of adoration? Absolutely not. It's another cartel move, in my opinion, to big up someone that isn't that great, just happens to be England captain, which he shouldn't be either.
Well, he's also Gareth Southgate's love child as well. Let's not forget that, Billy. So, it has to be said. Thank you very much, Billy. Malk says, Paul, can you welcome my brother who was watching you for the first time in Manchester, but is a Toon fan, hopefully first night of many. Malk's brother, good evening and welcome to the Toon Review, and thank you for joining us. First of many, I hope.
There's some undercover info for us. You're in the shark's nest.
Oh.
Sharks have nests today?
They do now because I mixed it up. No, I'm talking about that comment. If he's in Manchester right now, he's with the enemy. He can get some opinions for us.
Alex, what shark do you know that's got a nest? That's a bloody bird.
The flying ones, obviously.
The ones in Sharknado.
Oh, no. I am.
That is horrendous.
No, seriously, shut your face, Caviani. It's one of the greatest set of films of all time. My kids absolutely love Sharknado. That was him out of Beverly Hills 90210, wasn't it? What's his name? I can't remember his name.
Eddie Murphy?
Not Eddie Murphy, man. Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, sorry.
It's the last from it's the last from American Pie.
Yeah, Tara Reid's in it. I know that, but it's what's his name? Steve something. Tom Lynch will know. He knows everything. He'll put in the comments what it is. Would-be farmer says, Paul, epic. Thank you very much. Barth says, me, I brush the pitch daily. Interesting. Listen, that one there, that was absolutely sickening, and I know a lot of people called it out, and I don't know who that was that set that up, but whoever it was, you are sick in the head.
That's got
seriously
to be
sick in the head.
Prisonable offence.
That's
fraud.
I think so.
To a morally sick level.
Yeah,
like that needs to be.
Can I just say, when we get further down the chat, we're going to have a game of. Well, I know the answers already, but I want you the 4 of you to play Spot the Macum. There are a couple of Macums in the chat. See if you can identify them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I just add to Billy's point about Harry Kane as well? There's a lot of strikers at that level that just left the Premier League. That if they'd have stayed, Aguero arguably struggled to get his tally up as high as he could have done. But people like Luis Suarez, for example, if he hadn't have left when he did, or if he'd have got a transfer to another club and moved to a sideways team, there's no he played another 4 years at Barcelona and then went to Atletico. There's no reason he couldn't have got another 100 Premier League goals. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there are players like that, which, you've got to contextualize it. Fair enough. You've got to stay in the Premier League to be on the scoreboard. That's fair enough. But
can we just say how many more goals Alan Shearer would have had, by the way, instead of Harry Kane?
Well, he deserves 13 more because he got 13 before it became the Premier League, didn't he? So
yeah, but his injury, his two serious injuries where he missed a lot of football.
It was almost 2 seasons he missed.
Yeah, it is. Come on.
There's an argument to be made. He could have broken 300.
Sorry, just distracted by Susan again. I do apologise. She's being rude, guys. Anyway, James Matthews, photography, joining late tonight. Just walked in the door from shoots all day. Now it's time for a few drinks of Chinese and TTR. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Richard says, could you imagine Paul on the front counter in the box office? Fucking hell. Man's off his fucking tits. I'm really not, Richard. I'm just in a joyful mood tonight because, after the pain I was in last night, to be out of it now from where I was 24 hours ago, believe me, matey, I'm in a good place. Shamrock says, Paul, I'm making a late dinner listening to the podcast, and I actually did think that was Francisco talking. Hey, when I did an impression of you before, Francisco, obviously, Rachel obviously said she'd be spending a fortune calling the box office if Francisco worked there.
You're like a chat line.
0898.
How do you remember that? Hang on. How do you, Billy? How did you know that number there? You just rolled off the tongue.
You know what I could?
When he's had a beer, he'll accidentally dial that instead of his house phone.
Yeah, I bet Billy's parents used to say, "Billy, why have you been calling Mexico and the United States and Peru?" We've all been there.
It would be great to do the on-hold voiceovers. They're the ones that when they put you on hold, it's like, "Welcome to Newcastle United. Someone will be with you shortly."
Oh my
there
God!
Are options for your tickets.
Rachel's in the freezer now. Never mind the fridge. Jesus Christ!
That'd be fun.
Ian says if they revamp the executive boxes, I would love to be involved in trying each one out to make sure they. Well, I'd love to buy one actually to have one for a season. It's incredible up there. Ian says, careful, Paul. Rachel needs no more encouragement. Absolutely not.
I think Francisco's doing that on his own now. I think he's.
Yeah, I'll take the blame. No problem.
Yeah. Thank you. Would-be farmer says, Paul, are you on painkillers for the tooth? Share with the rest of us. I'm on antibiotics and a few little painkillers here and there, but
Love that picture though.
I know, yeah, it's great.
That beard, I love that beard.
Yeah, well, Roy's attempting to grow that, as you can see.
Yeah,
It's coming.
and in such a short time, dude. Because you shaved it for the World Cup, right?
Well, no, he shaved before he came on the show.
No, 3 hours ago.
Dude,
No, I think I shaved in Halloween, just before Halloween.
just before Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Susan did do a Mrs. Bouquet impression on TikTok as well. If you want to go and try and find Susan on that app, she's there somewhere.
Richard!
That was too good, Billy. Ian says, Paul, can you get me some of them tablets you're on, mate? They look mint. Jesus Christ. Do you know what? Just because I'm in a good mood, I'm being accused of being off my head. Crazy.
Trade some spoons.
Thanks, Alex. But I'm not a dealer. Williams has just ordered your new cup final mug. It's a thank you, Prezi, for my brother for getting me a ticket for the 76 final. Wow. There's not like giving a present back, 40-odd years later?
47.
Better late than never. Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. Spacebar says Tom literally is the oracle. Yes. And he says, Billy, what you on about? I don't know what the hell that means.
Hey, guys, I got a question for y'all. Do you think Eddie will include Fraser in the team, in the squad for this?
Well, he was at
least in the bench for
Bournemouth.
This,
well,
for Bournemouth.
He was on the bench last week.
Yeah, but this is going to Bournemouth.
Yeah, but that was because Isak was out.
Probably not. No.
Yeah, it won't be on, probably.
I thought.
I said that. Yeah, he did have two left backs on, didn't he? So he might do.
Yeah, good point.
He had Dunn and Lewis, didn't he? So.
Yeah. Paul Hodgson says, when are the TTR's lips and arsehole pies coming out? Oh, my God.
Apparently it's lamb's mint, so someone informed me in the chat. So sheep's lips and arseholes, not cows.
See what you've done now in the chat. Billy in a black and white thong. What? Why? Jesus. Ian says, TTR tiny whiteys. Oh, dear God. I may vomit. Rachel says a bra and thong set.
Yeah, see, not vomiting now, here. Hey, see, I've increased the views there. Francisco,
No,
don't want to follow now. Get out the fridge, Francisco. For God's sake.
Actually, this is what I'm going to do.
Francisco just wants to get a huge Cuban cigar and start smoking it right now, doesn't he?
He's probably got one.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Papi chulo.
Oh dear, God.
Roy just comes out occasionally with a catchphrase, like something.
Yeah, well, he does.
There's a snake in my boots, just occasionally.
Oh dear God! Oh my God! Malcolm Taylor, thank you very much for your £20 super chat. Paul, I just love it when you bust your gums for our beloved Toon. Funny enough, I bust my gum last night, which is why I couldn't do the bloody show because my abscess exploded in my mouth, in my gum. You don't want to know. On a serious note, praying for Christian Atsu and all the victims of the Turkey-Syria earthquake. Absolutely. There's various stories coming out about Christian Atsu. Some people said he was pulled from the rubble, and I think the club have said that he's still missing.
Him and the manager, both.
Yeah, both.
So I don't know if he's been found. There's been certainly no confirmation from his family that he's in hospital or anything. I think he's still missing, guys, which is terrible.
I didn't know he had played for Eddie.
Yeah, Bournemouth. Yeah. A good while ago now, but it's awful actually. I mean, you see some of those scenes of. I mean, really, they're not harrowing scenes. They're lovely scenes of when they're actually pulling, children out. How they've survived is incredible.
I tell you what, Atsu,
yeah, and dogs. I mean, that little West Highland Terrier that was pulled out yesterday. Bless it, unbelievable stories, man.
I think Prime Atsu in this squad would have been more useful to us than Richie and Fraser as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I think he'd been a good player in this system.
Irani Granny, thank you for your £5 super chat. He says, Paul actually does remind me of Onslow from Keeping Up Appearances. Seriously, Irani Granny, if I knew who you were, I'd hunt you down. I really would. Julie J says, yeah. Julie J says, black and white stripe thing with a blue star in the middle. Are we still talking about underwear? Ian wants a TTR Mankini, modelled by who? Well, there's only one person that could do that, and that's Billy Trey.
I might come free at the sides, though.
Billy, I believe you have a story to tell us about something that happened to you at work.
Oh, Christ, I'm in agony. My knee's in bits, my back's in bits.
Right. Guys, I would suggest sitting back with a nice hot cup of coffee or tea or a beer.
And a macaroon.
And a macaroon. And let's listen to Story of the Week from Mr. Billy Trey.
This isn't a joke. This has actually happened, and it's not funny.
It kind of is already.
So I got to work early, and I thought, well, I'm not going to start work now. I'll just have a 5-minute sit down and a cup of coffee. So I sat in this chair and went straight through it and did a somersault, landed on my feet, knees twisted, back absolutely knackered, chair in 6 pieces. And it was that moment I thought, maybe I do.
What, you actually counted the pieces of the chair, Billy?
Well, yeah, it was 6 pieces on my feet.
Wow.
There was a bit of the seat, bit of the back. The 2 lots of legs were in different piles. Oh, Christ. But no one saw it, thank God, because they'd have pissed themselves. But God, yeah, I mean, pretty agony with it, I've got to be honest. But yeah, I think I might have to lose a few pounds. Tons. Anyway, what I did was I got up and got myself a Mars bar, which probably didn't work. Just to get the energy up.
I need to lose a few tons and then immediately thinks I'll get a Mars bar. Brilliant.
But that actually happened yesterday. I've got another story now. This is a haunchy one. This is a scary one.
Dear God.
Transformed Tuesday night, powered everything down. My screen lights. As Paul was telling you, you have lights to shine your green screen.
Oh, is this your ghost?
Turned them both off. Watched a bit of telly. Went to bed. Come down in the morning, and one of the lights is on. Right, so I'm thinking, the pissing us up. Come on. There's no time on it. It's just a simple press of the button. The light comes on. Turned it off. Thought nothing of it. Wednesday night, no stream. So didn't turn my computer on. Didn't turn my camera on. No lights, nothing. Got up Thursday morning and the lights on again. Same one.
You got a ghost streamer.
So yeah, last night I pulled them out the plug and thought, there's no way they go and plug them back in. So,
well, they can, Billy. You'll be very surprised what ghosts can do, matey.
The ghost of Toon past.
And it's freezing in here and all. I've got to say, it's freezing. I think David could cause in here. I'm sure he is.
No, Billy, that's because, mate, it's going to be freezing when you don't, when you refuse to put the heating on, buddy. It's going to be cold. Right, the link is up, guys. If you want to come on for tonight's quiz extravaganza, the link is now pinned at the top of the live comments. If you think you are good enough to beat us, get yourself in with a chance of winning a prize. Just click on the link. You don't have to put your camera on as long as you've got a microphone there and we can hear you loud and clear. You will take part in the quiz to win some prizes. Geordie Ricard, no, I haven't had an email off Mickey yet, matey. I'm still waiting for it. So give him a kick up the arse. Julie J says, Mackems are very sad. They're shit in the seats. No one likes them. Family members not included. Oh, jeez. Right, while we're waiting for our contestants.
And he swiped again.
Oh.
He swiped and we lost Paul.
Oh, dear.
I don't know how he does it. Swipes himself
Yeah,
out
Joe,
of StreamYard.
For fuck's sake, honestly, man. Where's Francisco gone?
He's
Right
here.
there.
I can't. Can you see him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
You know, I've just got a black screen.
He is.
What? Well, Francisco, you're just going to have to be the invisible man for me for the rest of the show, I'm afraid. Oh, hang on. No, I don't know what's going on. Hang on, I'll remove him.
It's only your end that's broken.
Probably yours.
Oh, he's gone. He'll be back. I've probably just thrown him out by accident. Ronald says, Mars a day helps you work, rest and play, Billy.
Well, I need to get the energy up somehow.
Yeah. Steve says, Billy, try a ketogenic diet for 7 months. Only you'll look like Twiggy at the end of it, or I'll eat my black and white cap. Bald Geordie, thank you for your 99 super sticker. Really appreciate that, brother.
It's a low carb diet.
We better get him back on. Just
You kicked me out completely.
Because
He's got no control over it. He kicks himself
I
out. Don't
know.
worry about it.
well, yeah, but I did kick you out on purpose there because just so you could reset everything. That's my. Yeah. Well, we were going to do Shane by Stato, but we're going to have to start the quiz first. So we've. Oh my God, Annie, are you okay?
Oh.
It's got a Rangers top on.
Yeah,
It's got a Rangers top on.
it's a lovely Rangers shirt. I really like it.
What make it, Annie?
You've been persuaded by the Castori emails I see in your inbox.
Well, they send every club in the UK, don't they? So
I tell you what, Annie, I dare to go on John Sinclair's stream wearing that.
oh.
Yeah,
That would be
I think it will be
hilarious.
well received.
Yeah, I think he'd actually, he wouldn't be too, he'd be very unamused.
Say that anymore, not
but
because
then
you've
as you
been
take it
tweeting
off-
Man United fans.
Yeah, but as you take it off, you can have a Man United shirt on underneath it, and then you'll be fine.
Oh no, I'm alright.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
tweeting Man United fans today, 16 days from the cup final.
Interesting. Where the hell's the answers to these bloody things? Hang on.
Right, how
He's
does
got
the
the
quiz work?
questions.
Because I'm not 100% sure.
You're asked a question, and then you
Right,
answer it.
Annie, your first question. You're going against Billy. Are you ready?
Oh god. Okay. here we
Who
go.
were the 5 Newcastle United players included in the FIFA World Cup squads?
Oh, do I go first?
Well, that's what I meant by Annie. Your questions first.
Okay. Bruno Guimaraes,
Mhm.
Kieran Trippier, Nick
Yeah.
Pope.
Yeah,
Uh,
5, 4, 3, 2,
Bo-
1.
No, I'm giving up now.
Callum Wilson, Fabian
Wilson
Schär.
and Char.
That'd be sure.
Of course. Oh, Fabian Schär, yes.
Fabian Schär and Callum Wilson, of course. Right, Billy, you simply need to get this right. And, Annie's not okay anymore. What? I'm sorry. Why does the Newcastle United quiz have lots of naked women on it? The odds are mental in this, honestly.
Are you doing something with that?
Right, here's your next question. Billy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Which 8 Newcastle United players made over 200 Premier League appearances? for Newcastle United?
8.
8 players.
Fucking hell, ain't easy.
And this is all in the Premier League.
Shearer,
This is
really?
the Premier League, remember?
Yeah, Shearer,
Yep.
Given.
Yep.
Fucking hell, mine's gone blank.
Billy, I'm disappointed. I am disappointed, I have to say.
Mine's gone blank.
Shea Given, Alan Shearer, Shola Amiobi, Robert Lee, Norberto Solano, Gary Speed, Fabrizio Colaccini, and Aaron Hughes.
Well, there you go.
Okay, Annie.
Right.
Who were the last 6 English Newcastle United players of the year?
This year.
No. Who were the last 6 English Newcastle United players of the
Each
year?
year they give a player of the year.
No,
Which-
this is Premier League player of the year.
Premier League player of the year. Good God, I don't have a single clue.
Oh no! Sorry, I'll redo this. It was actually just voted Newcastle United player of the year.
Yeah. Otherwise, that we surely
Shut
we
up,
wouldn't have
Alex!
6.
Okay, Alan Shearer.
Correct.
That's about it. So that's how the breadth of my knowledge goes.
Think of our other English players that were not crap.
Kieran
He's gone
Trippier? I don't know.
They were Callum Wilson, Jamal. There's some interesting names on this list. Callum Wilson, Jamal Lascelles in 2018, Mike Williamson in 2014, Sebastian Bassong in
Australian.
2009. Who?
Sebastian Bassong's French.
Williamson is
The song's
Australian.
not English.
Yeah.
Well, this is what answers I've got in front of me, right?
Wrong answers.
Australian.
No.
Nicky Butt and Alan Shearer. They're the answers I've got in front of me. I have to go with that. End of story.
Mike Williams in English. He's from Portsmouth, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Williams is English.
Bassong is English as well, by the way. He's got an
French.
English passport. He's not. He's got an English passport.
But he played for Cameroon.
Annie,
Yeah.
you lost. Good night. Anyway, that was Annie. So he's gone.
He was born in Stoke.
He was born in where? Sorry, Alex.
Mike Williamson. I could have sworn he declared for Australia. I swear he did.
No.
Am I having? Did I dream this? Is
I
this a
don't
football
know.
manager thing?
Oh, let's get on with it. Roblox, thank you for your £2, mate. Nice Rangers top. Pity he ordered a Bristol City one and he got a Rangers one. Anyway, we have Julie J. Oh, God, Julie. Hello, Julie.
Put your phones on and turn your YouTube off and go through your StreamYard.
No, I can't do that again. I cannot do that again. I just can't. Cons, good evening.
Hey guys, good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Well, I've been better, but I'm good. Right, you're going against Roy Caviani. Okay. Right. So, first question is to you, Cons. And the question is, who are the 4 players that scored the most goals for England while they were with Newcastle United?
Alan Shearer,
Correct.
Les Ferdinand,
You going with Les Ferdinand? The 4 players were Alan Shearer, as you said correctly, Jackie Milburn, Michael Owen, and Malcolm MacDonald. He scored 6 while with Newcastle. Of course, 5 of them were in one bloody game. So there you go. Right, Caviani, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. This is an interesting one. Why do Newcastle United play in black and white striped shirts?
It's because of the city crest. Got black and white in it. One a shield. Because they used to be red and white before. The 2 clubs. No?
No, it actually was because Newcastle United used to play in red shirts, but an away game at Nottingham Forest in January 1892 saw a colour clash. A set of shirts were then borrowed from local rivals Notts County, saw Newcastle play in their now famous black and white.
I thought that was Juventus. That happened to Juventus as well.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, Cons, are you ready for your next one?
Yep.
Which 5 players have scored over 40 Premier League goals for Newcastle United?
Andy Cole,
Correct.
Alan Shearer,
Correct.
Les Ferdinand,
Correct. 2 more to get.
Let me think about this. Can't be Callum Wilson. Would Callum Wilson have 40?
Michael.
Oh, I thought.
Owen did.
No, he didn't.
Shola.
Yeah. Shola Amayobi, and of course, the legend Peter Beardsley.
Okay.
Yeah. Cons, good effort, matey, but no banana.
Cheers.
Good night.
I got away with it.
Well, you were lucky. Now, who will be taking on Mr. Voice Francisco? And it's going to be Dan Brown. Good evening, Dan.
Evening, guys. I'm not playing for prize, just playing for pride.
Okay. Right. Which players have worn the number 9 shirt in the Premier League era for Newcastle United? There's 10 of them.
Alan Shearer, Callum Wilson,
Yeah.
Demba Ba,
Yeah.
Joelinton.
Actually.
Joelinton's not on your list, is he?
Joe Linton is, but Demba Ba did not wear it. It was Cisse. Yeah. Right. Francisco, are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. Who were the 6 Newcastle United players that participated in the 2014 FIFA World Cup finals? 6 of them. Well, that was absolutely superb from Francisco.
I know Shola did. Shola and Gutierrez did.
Will you shut up, Caviani? Gutierrez.
I think was
Hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Gutierrez didn't. All right. So.
Oh, no, he didn't.
He was in the one before that.
It was short. Can I bloody finish here? Who is the quiz master? The 6 player.
The program you have in front of you.
The 6 players, if I can eventually get them out, is Tim Krul, Cheick Tiote, bless his heart, Matthew Debussy, Moussa Sissoko, Loic Remy, and Shola Amayobi. So there you go. Dan, are you ready for your next question?
Not really, no.
Right, well, you have to wait till I just load up a new quiz page, so bear with me. The ultimate Newcastle United quiz. I love the way they say the ultimate quiz, and it's like, no. You see, because it doesn't give me an answer straight away, does it? No, I'm not having that. Just bear with me, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. No, I don't want to leave a bloody site. Yes, I do actually. Hang on.
Yeah, Gutierrez was, I think, the tournament before that because he was utilised as a fullback for Argentina for some weird reason.
Yeah, but
When
you said the question, you said the final.
Well, yeah, Maradona was the reason. He had a Christmas formation. And
hang on. I said finals. Francisco,
finals, yeah.
right? Honestly, you just can't get the stuff these days. Right, next question. It's a who am I, right? Dan, after coming through Newcastle's ranks, he was often injured and left for Manchester City in 1999 after 11 years at the club. He also played for Leicester, Bolton, and very briefly, New England Revolution and Hartlepool United. Who is it?
No idea.
I know this one.
Billy knows. Who is it, Billy?
Steve Howie.
It is indeed Steve Howie. Unlucky Dan. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you. Good night. Next on the hit list to take on the stat man is Richard. Good evening, Richard, who is supporting a very interesting beard.
It's a fine beard, that is.
How are you doing, Richard?
Not too bad.
Right, you're taking on Alex, so are you ready for your first question?
Aye.
Okay. So Bobby Robson's first home game in charge was a victory for Newcastle United, but what was the score?
8-1.
You're going with 8-1?
Sheffield Wednesday was? No.
8-0, wasn't it?
It was 8-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, very, very close.
Very close.
But knee banana. Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. 10 questions. Okay. Well, that's not giving me an answer. Hang on a minute. I just suffered a bit of a problem here. The computer's going all nuts on me again. Hang on. Where are we? Right. Okay.
You're not supposed to share your Mets with the computer, you know?
I know. It's just crazy. Right. Are you ready, Alex?
Yeah.
How many times in the 20th century did Newcastle win the league title?
None.
Sorry?
No, that wasn't me.
5, 4, 3.
I know FA Cups. I'm going to say 4.
1. Wow. Well done. Well done.
5 FA Cups, 4 titles. Is that right? In that
I
time?
don't care. Just answer the one question I asked anyway. Richard, thanks for coming on. You failed. Hang your head in shame, Richard.
Take care, buddy.
Cheers, Richard.
Good night. Oh, my God. Look at the state of this guy. Louis, good evening.
FA Cups, guys.
You're right.
Louis's got his mean wrestling look on tonight. You know, it's enough to scare a 2-year-old. Anyway,
for Eminem video.
Well, yeah, one of the two anyway. Anyway, you're going against me. So, Billy,
this will be fun then.
Yes, I have questions.
fire away at Louis.
Louis, who was the first player to lead Newcastle in league scoring in the second division? Was it Robert Willis, Willie Thompson, Thomas Crate, or Joseph Wallace?
Repeat the options again, please.
Oh, for God's sake.
Robert Willis, Willie Thompson, Thomas Crate, or Joseph Wallace?
Willie Thompson.
It was Joseph Wallace, I'm afraid.
Come on then, Billy.
Right. How many goals did Andy Cole tally in the 93-94 Premier League season? 22, 26, 29, or 34?
93, 94.
Yeah, Premier League goals this is. 22, 26, 29, 34.
29.
34.
Oh, cock, I was going to go with that one as well. Bloody hell. Oh, Louis, you're still alive.
Still alive,
Don't know how
Louis.
late.
Keep going. You need to get this one right. Which player scored 32 domestic league goals in the 89-90 season? Was it Mark McGee, Mickey Quinn, Gary Brazil, or John Anderson?
Nicky Quinn.
Yes, it was Mickey Quinn.
It was, yeah. Let's face it, that's the absolute only answer he could have gone for there.
Come on, Paul. How many goals did Jackie Milburn score in all competitions in his Newcastle career? 202, 200, 196, or 187?
202.
200.
Oh, piss off!
Oh.
200.
You didn't say 200.
God, I said 200. I said them all. 202, 200, 196, 187.
Yeah, Shearer broke it with 201.
Yeah, so Louis, you
against
beat
Portsmouth.
Paul.
Louis, well done. Email us your address, buddy. We'll get a prize in the post.
Nice one. Cheers.
Good night,
You
buddy.
lost to a wrestler.
Shut up, you funny. Anyway, he's gone. Right. Right, we're back again with Julie. Oh, Jesus Christ. We'll try Julie J again. Julie!
Let's message you in the private chat.
It's not happening. It's not happening for Julie.
I don't know where she's getting her feet.
I think she's watching it on YouTube. There's a delay on YouTube. Yeah. Grim Trousers, good evening.
How's it going, boys?
I detect an Australian here, or is it New Zealand?
Nah, Australian.
G'day! Put another shrimp on the bloody barbie! Anyway, right.
Finish.
You're going against Billy, okay?
Yeah,
So here is your first question. Against which team did Malcolm MacDonald make his debut for Newcastle?
Do I get any choices?
No.
You got 91.
Manchester United.
It was Crystal Palace. Right, Billy Bob, are you ready?
Yeah.
In what league position did Newcastle United finish the 95-96 season?
Second.
It's the easy one.
That was unfair. That was very unfair.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Shut up, you bunch of fannies. Listen, I'm trying to do a quiz here. If an easy question comes up, it's not my fault. Wow. Right. Grim, are you ready?
Yep.
How many European goals did Alan Shearer score for Newcastle? Was it 26, 28, 30, or 32?
26.
It was 30. Thanks for coming on, Grim. Have a good night.
Take care, buddy.
Take care, mate.
Cheers,
And our final, Alex, if you say that again, I will put my foot through your face next time I see you. Right. Our final contestant of the evening, due to technical problems with Judy J, is Wee Header. Good evening.
G'day. G'day. How are you guys?
Hey, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from a little island in the South Pacific.
Called what?
It's called New Zealand.
All right. Yes.
From Benmore, so it's been quite a walk.
Bloody Aussies and New Zealanders in the same show, eh? I tell you what, it's a small world when you put it together. Anyway, you're going against the King of Qatar. What is your real name, Wee Header?
My real name is Chris.
Right, thank you very much. Chris, you're going against the King of Qatar, Roy Caviani, so you're bound to win. You get the first question. On which date was Chris Hughton sacked by Newcastle United? Was it October 2010? Was it... Sorry, I'll start that again. Was it September 2010? Was it October 2010? Was it November 2010? Or was it December 2010?
I'm going to have a go at October 2010.
It's November, I think.
November. Yes.
The correct answer was December. So stick that up your pipe, used to, at the top there. Right. There he is.
Got a video.
I thought it was you, but you know what I mean? You had no camera. Are you really in New Zealand right now?
Yeah, I am. I've got some awesome memorabilia here to show you guys too.
Well, hang on a minute. Hang on. It must be. Is it about what? I'd say it was probably about 8:30, 9:30 in the morning.
It's 10:30 a.m.
All right. Okay. You're wow. 13 hours ahead of us. 13, you bellend. Roy, come on, man.
No, it's 13 ahead of you. It's 10 ahead of me.
Yeah, but we don't live in Qatari time. You do. We don't.
Yeah, what's it ahead of me?
Jesus Christ. What's wrong with people tonight?
Hang on a sec.
Where's he gone?
To show you something.
I thought he was letting the squirrels in.
Oh, do you guys recognise this fella?
Alan Shearer. Is that you next to him?
Yeah. It is. It is.
Wow.
We were having a couple of beers here.
He didn't play for us in the 70s, did he?
Just before we left Southampton to come to the Toon. That was about a week before we left.
Oh, that photo looks, Chris. That photo looks like it was taken in 1952.
He was a young lad then.
I'm sure he was. Right. Anyway, right. Are you ready for your first question, Chris?
Where I?
Right.
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. Which player scored the only goal in the 52 FA Cup final over Arsenal?
Stanley Matthews.
Oh. Did he hang on a minute? Did he really just say Stanley Matthews there?
I think he did.
Chris, when did Stanley Matthews ever play for the Toon?
Sorry, it was not Stanley Matthews.
Well, it doesn't matter now. You're wrong, so we'll move on. Roy, get this right. Chris doesn't win. So here we go. Let's find a really difficult one for you, Roy. All right, we've had these questions before. Just hang on. I have to find a new page. Just bear with us. Oh, wow. 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 Let's just have a look at this one. Wow. Hang on. I'm just getting a blank screen. We will get there eventually. Don't worry.
Your sound effects and reactions are awesome.
Right. Just shut up. Shut up. Putting me off. Oh my God, I don't want that one. We will get to a question in a minute, Roy. Just
I'm alright.
Sing a song or something, just right, here we go. Here we go. No, because that doesn't give me any answers. Oh no, it does. All right, okay. I like that. Okay. Right. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
We have more memorabilia.
Okay.
We can't quite see it though.
Oh God, I can't ask that. That's far too easy. That we've had that one.
You might have to read it for us because we can't see it.
Who are you talking to?
This is a letter from Kevin Keegan back in the centenary year, 1992. It's got the watermark and stuff like that. What 100th year, and it's a letter written to me. It was when the back pass rule first came into play about passing back to the keeper and rules around that. And I'd given Kevin a couple of tips on the best way for Trippier to put it over the wall into the net, if you like. And he's written, "Dear Chris, many thanks for your recent letter." And this is the measure of Kevin Keegan, the measure of the man. I've noted in your comments regarding the tactical advice in respect to the back pass rule. It's certainly worth bearing in mind, and I would like to thank you for writing to me with this information. I look forward to your continuing support. Kind regards, yours sincerely, Kevin Keegan. Now, wow, what a man to take the time to write back and acknowledge that, and to have it in a centenary watermark and letterhead and stuff like that. There's something really special to me. So,
Chris, I really do appreciate that, but I'm starting to wonder if this is the Toon Review or the Antiques Bloody Roadshow here. We do have a quiz to get on with. Are you ready for your question or what?
I'm ready.
It's Roy's question.
I know it is. Sorry, I forgot it. Just I thought I was in a different time zone then. How many points did Newcastle get during their Premier League promotion season in 2009-2010? Was it 100, 102, 105, or 108?
It's 102.
You've gone with 102. That is correct. Well done, Roy. Chris, thank you for coming on again, my man, and showing us your memorabilia and turning this into something I never thought it would become. You stay safe out there, man, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, well done.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers, mate.
Good night, buddy. Lovely man.
What a legend. What a legend.
Listen, I know. Listen, I took the piss a little bit out of him, but he's a good guy, is Chris. He's a good guy. Where's
I've got some memorabilia as well.
Oh, for God's sake! Here we go.
I bought a rum.
Yeah. I'm still waiting.
Well, unfortunately, that's going to have to wait a lot longer because they're not allowing to ship.
Oh, listen, the excuses. One excuse.
Hey, I can't do anything about the government, dude.
So, right. Listen, I'm going to have to
When I go visit, I'll bring it.
Right, can I just stipulate that the Toon Review does not recommend drinking alcohol, right? It is bad for you. It sends you crazy. Look at the state of the people on this screen. That's what alcohol does to you, right? What is the rum that I'm supposed to go for? Is it Captain Morgan's just normal rum or spiced rum or what? What is it?
Depending on what you're looking for. If you want a real...
I've never had rum before.
A traditional brand from here, like Alex said, Don Quixote. That would be the brand to go for, and it comes in white, it comes in spice, and comes in 150 proof. So that brand,
just
any of their
fine.
choices.
Wasn't Don Quixote a wrestler or something?
It was
Don Quixote. It's a very
Don Quixote de la Mancha.
Oh, Don
De la
Quixote.
Mancha.
Listen, them two on the bottom. It's like Don Quixote.
He played Ireland for years. Donkey Adams.
You know what, Paul? For so much grief that you gave today, you were the only one that gave away a prize.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to mention it.
Listen, you may be the most handsome man ever to appear on the Toon Review with the most beautiful voice, but you can be a twat.
Well, you've got to do the noise for yourself.
What? What noise?
The losing noise.
Alex, if you want to see the perfect example of a loser, just look in the mirror, sunshine. Right.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Here we go.
Not taking the loss very well, I see.
Absolutely not. I hate it.
Next week, folks, it's Saints or Ain't.
Oh dear God. Stephen says Paul Ditchburn's real deal. Crikey. Tom says you're gonna have to do a TTR Antiques Roadshow program now. Ian McKenna says I have Stanley Matthews' big toe in a jar. I'm really not. Oh dear. Arthur Negus is on next, says Johnny Howe, man. David says new session for Friday nights. Meet the members. Actually, that might not be bad.
That'd be funny.
Billy, do not comment on that at all. I know what is going through your mind. Please don't say anything. A bottle of cherry lube, Mr. Qatari, says Clarky. Rachel says she drinks gin and she's perfectly normal. If you say Rich.
as well.
Grim says Bundaberg rum. Phil says Navy rum. I noticed how that was meant. That was greeted with complete silence for everybody. No. Phil says Navy rum. Shamrock says Paul Captain Morgan's and fizzy orange.
Paul doesn't drink very much, so you got to be careful with him. So next week's quiz is going to be called Boozer or Loser.
I mean, for anybody who wants to see, I'm pretty sure it was a transfer show about goalkeepers before we signed Nick Pope. That was when he had his Nuki Brown Ale for the first time. So if you go back and have a look at the goalkeeper show from the summer.
Now, hang on, Alex. Now, wait a second, mate. That was in the summer. It was very hot, and I downed that rather quickly, and that's the first alcohol that I touched in a long time. And I must admit, I wasn't ready for it. Woo!
We're going for a quickie.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing.
No, it was warm. Honestly, the smut on this, Julie J is also going for Captain Morgan's. Norvik says that black rum is mint, Roy. Okay. Mrs. Toon Review says, yeah, I'm a W kid. You've spelled the bloody letters the wrong way around, Susan. It's WKD.
Yeah, been on some WDK.
I think she has. What are you smoking next door, Suze? Honestly, Louis says, Paul, it's my birthday on Monday, so I will be having a drink. Yeah, he'll be having Coke. Ian A says, I drink anything and it's done me no harm. Phil says, Puss's rum, 95.5. No,
that's too much proof.
That's way too much. Wes says, I've got one of Gaz's testicles signed by Vinnie Jones. Oh my God. Rosalind says you could have at least shown some interest in the guy's memory. We did. Of course we did. He knows I'm pulling his leg. Rosalind, I said, Rosalind Chipperfield. That's not Chippers, is it? Or is it Chippers' mum?
It certainly ain't his wife.
Well, he's still a virgin. Foxy says, wow, shots fired all over the place. Indeed. Spirits send you loopy beer for me, says Tom. Annie says, I can teach you all about losing, Paul. I'm used to it. Oh, bless him.
Bristol City.
Bless him. Balls, Geordie. Billy can check the size of the new map. There we go. Absolute disgrace. Anyway, we're gonna finish today's show with this because simply because if we don't, you'll be very upset.
So, you just had to open your big damn mouth, did you?
What a shame.
Well, now it's time for all those know-it-alls out there
Shameful display!
to get shamed by Stato.
No.
So to finish the show, take it away, Stato.
Daniel Levy is who is being shamed today.
No. Okay.
So for any of you who've seen, several journalists have done a few articles about what he's come out and said, essentially that certain clubs have distorted the market, and it's being aimed at the Big Six plus us. We are suddenly included in that list now, despite the fact we are still well within FFP rules. We haven't had a brand new stadium built. We're not in a ton of debt like Tottenham are. And we've spent, on a first team player, we bought one for 40 million. One. So I don't think that's much of an overspend. I don't think we're going to doolally with the money. 40 million on one senior player in the current market for a player that improves the squad, who's an English 21-year-old. He's having a mare. I'm getting bored of Daniel Levy now. It was funny 5 years ago. It's not funny anymore. He's getting old. He's getting boring. Just sell the club, because I think Spurs fans hate him as well. They're bored of him now. They used to be like, oh yeah, it's boring now. Everybody's bored of it. Move on. Sell the club. You're an idiot. It's just whinge. I'm bored of all these owners that are in it like that, with all the people at the top of the Premier League, all the broadcasters. It stinks to the high heavens. It's very corrupt. Daniel Levy's just a moron, and I don't like him. So he should not be dragging our club's name into this when we are we may get to a point where we're spending lavishly. We're not there yet. So West Ham has spent more than us in the last season. So keep our club's name out of your dirty mouth, please, Daniel Levy.
Alex, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful shamed by. Absolutely.
Where your club is more concerned with the manager's name that they hire than the cohesiveness of the players. That's what you get in results.
Yeah, I mean, he hired Mourinho just to do an Amazon documentary. So,
well, yeah, there you go. That says it all. Right, that is the end of Anyway, right, just a quick reminder that these are now on the website, the Living the Dream TTR Wembley shirts. They are on toonreview.co.uk, as are these mugs. We'll put the macaroon in again just for Alex. Living the Dream, and of course with the Tell Me More song on the other side of them. They are now available on the website at toonreview.co.uk. My email has gone ballistic during this. Thank you very, very much for all the... Wow, look at all them orders. That's beautiful. I'm going to have a lot of posting to do when they come back from the supplier. But you do have until Sunday to order, guys. Obviously, that Sunday night after the... we'll be back on Sunday night with the Loaded Toon Review guys, for the Loaded Toon Review show at 8 o'clock. So join us for that. And then after that show, that is when Susan is putting the order through. So thank you to everybody that's ordered. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. It's been an absolute blast as usual. Thank you to the Super Chatters members, etc. Rachel and Susan Modern back there. Thank you very much for your hard work again. To you guys on screen, I would call you gentlemen, but I'm not going to. Thank you for your company tonight. And listen, it's been fantastic, guys. I'm back tomorrow with the Bournemouth versus Newcastle United live commentary. I'll be joined at halftime by Billy and Alex if he's available, and then at full time as well. And then we'll see everybody next time. But thank you for watching, guys, and have a blast of a weekend, and hopefully 3 points for the lads tomorrow night. Good night, folks.
How are the lads and lasses?